Well, happy New Year's Eve, everybody. I figure we can kind of take a look back at some of these cringe inducing, excessively woke games from 2024, and it's really funny. It always occurs to me that they seem to have the exact same motif, art style, character design. It doesn't matter what type of game it is, whether it's a dating simulator or games like Dustborn, where you use your words as violence and all that cringe inducing crap. It always has the same look and feel. So this game was one of the first ones we covered on the channel this year, talking about these diversity hires, these people that are obsessed with pronouns and gender ideology, and of course, trying to uglify everything possible. And this cast of characters in this game speaks for itself. This is like Tumblr vomit 101. This is just absolutely horrifying, stuff to have to look at. And so, of course, this was one of the games we covered early on. And not every one of these games, to be fair, not every one of these games has any connection to Sweet Baby Inc. Some of them are just other woke lunatics who came out here and decided to make their own cringe-inducing game and say, hey, we need to have a bunch of hideous freaks in our game. So this one here, Thirsty Suitors, is one that I saw come out, I believe, last year or the beginning of this year in 2024, which is, again, another angry lesbian game where you're trying to struggle with your immigrant heritage and your parents who I think are disappointed in you or some shit like that. And it's horrible. It is, it is absolutely mind-numbingly bad. Of course, we've seen this Thirsty Sword Lesbian RPG, tabletop RPG game that came out earlier in 2021. So this isn't even like a thing that's just this year alone. This goes all the way back that these people, for whatever reason, we've seen this with like Hades 2 and a lot of the things that people like Alyssa Mercante thirst over in the games media, where these are the things that they find desirable and attractive. And it's that safe, horny thing where as long as it's unconventionally like attractive to them, it's okay for them to lust after this kind of weird crap, right? It's very, very strange. It's a very strange fetish these people have. And of course, Dustborn did not shy away from this, given the fact that, the characters are all either LGBT or non-binary, or they've got like weird skin disorders or whatever, just a bunch of collective freaks. Well, that brings us to where we are here at the end of the year, and Master of the TDS over at Gothic Therapy on YouTube has discovered another Sweet Baby Inc. involved game called Crush Hotel. Oh, sorry, not Crush Hotel, the Crush House. Apparently this game has been out for a few months, but I just want to let them tell you in their own words a little bit about this game, and then of course we'll get into some of the details after I play a minute or two of this.
Different story. But this is Maxine Sophia Wolf. They are trans, and they posted working on the narrative design for this wild game alongside so many talented people was such a joy. They worked for Sweet Baby Inc. full-time, and the thing is, there's another former Sweet Baby Inc. member on the project as well, who's also trans. They're just a bunch of trans people. I really don't know why. The game itself is a problem, but the people involved...
Well, I think he knows why, but we don't even need to say it here. These people, they all swim in the same circles. They all, travel in the same packs.
With it. The developer of this game is Nuriel Ltd. Now, honey, why would people know of the name Nuriel Ltd?
Because they made a very popular game at the moment. I forget which.
If you guys have heard of Reigns, Your Majesty, Reigns Game of Thrones, Reigns Beyond, Reigns Three Kingdoms, Nuriel Ltd. is behind that game. But the worst part, by far,
is the publisher.
I really hate to say this, guys, because I love some of their games, and I really hate this. It is being published by Devolver Digital Inc.
Now, Devolver Digital, a lot of you are going to know from like Cult of the Lamb, and ironically, people have been like, oh, Cult of the Lamb was so good, but ironically, that's another game that seems to have a very woke audience, and I guess there's some non-binary characters in there as well. Then, of course, on their video, they kind of go through the trailer for this game. I'll give you the TLDR on this. Basically, you are the camera person trying to coax these people on a dating simulator, dating reality TV show, to do things unnaturally, kind of like you would if you were a producer on Survivor or whatnot. It's full of weird-looking characters. Of course, it's got that Sweet Baby Inc. touch to it. But the worst part is they have this strange fixation on butts, okay? Like, this is like weird, creepy, disturbing like shit, okay? Listen to this.
Fizz, the hottest gossip from the Crush House. Let's not forget, guys, what makes you happy? What makes you want to click this game? Click Hotties TV. Check out now. Yes, totally things I want in my game. Everything you need to know about the Crush House. Conspiracy theorists are foaming at the mouth over the Crush House's bizarre season.
So this is their website. It's essentially them trying to create artificial hype from artificial people for their game about artificial characters in an artificial dating reality TV show. These are games that are not made for gamers. These are games that are made for a weird subset of people who exist in the same world as us, but they have a completely different worldview where they're not good at video games. They don't like video games. But for them, this is the kind of shit that they can actually play. And it gets worse because there's this weird thing with hot dog water or hot dog milk. I'm not kidding. Apparently, it's like a drink in the game.
This morning craving dog milk from hit first-person shooter and TV show The Crush House, but I didn't have any in my fridge.
Yeah, guys, don't you want dog milk? It's a hot dog and milk.
Also, a hot dog mixed with milk.
Yeah, so she dices up a hot dog, puts it in milk in a shaker, and then pours it into a martini glass with another hot dog. This is just by far the most disturbing group of people on the planet. And of course, even PC Gamer says the Crush House wanted me to make a steamy reality show, but I got tired of being told to film butts and made a nature documentary instead. Like, what the actual hell is wrong with these people that make these games? Of course, you head over to Steam, the reviews for this game, even the positive reviews, are only by people that have like a handful of games that they've reviewed. 19 reviews, 2 reviews, 15, 3. There's one here that's got like 172 products in account, 69 reviews. Another one that had like 300 or 400 reviews. I think, yeah, 398 products in account, 57 reviews. But even the positive reviews say, would recommend on a sale and for casual gamers. However, the limitations of the game become quite clear. It's a short game, fun to play. There's an initial push into the game that can be confusing. There's another one that people talk about being repetitive. I enjoyed my time with this unique game. A first-person shooter, but came away with mixed feelings. My recommendation comes with some warnings. So even the positive recommendations, of which there are not that many, there's a few hundred reviews on the game, have a basically like an asterisk next to it. And of course, Master of the TDS points this out on Twitter, and he gets people like this dude attacking him saying, Sweet Baby Inc. has nothing to do with this game. They had no involvement with it. LMFAO, you effing lying walking human STD. Pretty unhinged people. He's like, look, I get it. You guys aren't the brightest bunch, but you can at least try a little. Again, does it mean that the entire Sweet Baby Inc. studio is involved? Of course not. But there are narrative designers with affiliation to Sweet Baby Inc. working on games like this, and we're going to continue to see this, guys. Look, the problem is the light has been shown down on the cockroaches from 2024. We've all seen all these people. They're all exposed for what they've been doing for the last 6, 7, 8 years. They're still going to scatter. They're going to go to other companies. They're going to be doing narrative design on their own. They're going to start their own consulting companies. This is what we're going to have to keep up with in 2025. Now that these people are no longer going to be focused with just from one company like Sweet Baby Inc. or Black Girl Gamers or Gamer X or Melanin Gamers or any of these other consultation companies, they are scattering to smaller pockets, if you will. So just because they're not officially a Sweet Baby Inc. endorsed, employee, they have ties to these other companies. Just in the same way that Kim Blair, who started Sweet Baby Inc., has ties to a few hundred people through Ubisoft. So I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. Let me know what you think about all this stuff. I don't understand how these games continue to get funded, but again, obviously we're not the target audience, but I'm gonna leave it right there. Let me know what you think about it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.